So you're wondering, how competitive is real estate sales, and is it really as competitive as people say? Well, in this video, I'm going to dive into some real data with you and show you exactly how competitive it is. That way you can decide if it's the right business for you, or maybe you want to skip it completely. So let's dive right into the video. So my name is Chris, and I'm a real estate agent, real estate team leader, and most importantly, an entrepreneur. And in this video, I want to break down exactly how competitive real estate sales really is and how competitive this business model can truly be. That way you know exactly what you're getting into and exactly what kind of business you're signing up for. So I'm an entrepreneur and I sell real estate, and I basically take that money I earn in real estate and I try to deploy it into other businesses and other investments like stocks and real estate and stuff like that. So I'm commonly, looking for other businesses and other things I can invest in. And something really jumped out at me. I was listening to a podcast and there was a gentleman from a company called Route Consultant. And basically what he did is he started buying FedEx delivery businesses. And I'm like, oh, that's an interesting model. But long story short, he started talking about some different statistics and how many actual business owners there are in this model. And one of the numbers really jumped out at me. That number was, he estimated about 5,600. And I saw other sources online that say about 5,000, but I'm gonna say, just for the sake of this video, we're looking at somewhere between 5,000 and 5,600 FedEx ground contractors in the entire United States. So that number really jumped off the screen because I'm like, wow, real estate sales is really competitive, because just in my tiny state alone, I live in the smallest state in the entire country, there are 5,819 agents all competing for the same business. And I'm in the smallest state. Keep in mind, you can drive from one end of the state to the other in less than an hour. And there's that many real estate agents competing for the same business. So you might be wondering, like, okay, that sounds like a lot, but how many homes actually sold? So let's dig a little deeper. And I got this data from my local MLS, and thankfully they were able to package this stuff up so I can read through it quickly and kind of compile this for you. But this will give you a really good scope of how competitive things are. So single family homes, about 11,500, condos, 2,712, multifamilies, 2,664, for a grand total of 16,876 homes that sold in 2021. Now keep in mind, that's between all these agents. So if you just do the quick math and break it up, that's less than 3 homes per agent. So think about how competitive that is. Now, I don't want you to get discouraged. I don't want you to say, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, because I'm going to tell you some positives of this and why this shouldn't scare you if you're motivated and if you're ready to go. Because a lot of the business is done by the top 20% of agents. And that's a little well-known secret that not many people really emphasize enough. So if you're hungry and you have an appetite for sales and you're motivated and you want to start something that you can start for a couple $1,000s and really has the potential to give you a 6-figure service business where you can be your own boss and all this good stuff, then this is a great place to be. Because if you're 110% in the game, you can make this business work. And I know many people that have, changed their lives in this business. This business has been very good to me. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of ups and downs, there's a lot of struggles, and it's really helped me grow as a person, which is another plus. And there's going to be hard times, just like any business. But if you don't have a ton of capital, this can be a terrific business model to start, because 20 homes a year, is totally possible. And if you did 20 homes, you're going to be in a 6-figure income in most states. So it's not totally unrealistic to go out there and find 20 people in your state that want to buy or sell a house with you. So I know this sounds bad, but you have to look at the risk-reward profile. The risk is you're risking your time, you're risking a tiny bit of money, and the rewards are quite high. If you make this work and you grind and you get through all the high competition and you really come out the other end successful, you're looking at a 6-figure business that you get off the ground for a couple $1,000s. So that's the benefit. Something like this sure, there's a lot less competition, but a lot of these businesses are selling for $500,000 to $800,000, $1 million. And don't get me wrong, you can still do a small business loan, and sometimes you'll get in for 10% or 20% down. So it's not like you have to have $1 million in cash sitting there, but there's a lot more risk. You're financing a lot more, capital, and you're using a lot of leverage to be able to get to the door of this kind of business. So while it's less competitive, and while, on paper, it looks like a much better business, if you don't have a ton of money and you're just trying to get something off the ground and you're trying to get your foot in the door of entrepreneurship, this might be the place to be, because you can make this happen. And I know many agents that have made it happen, but you have to be realistic and you have to know what you're getting into, because this industry is super competitive. And just by looking at these numbers alone, you can tell how competitive it is. We're looking at 16,876 home sales for 5,819 agents. Over here, we have between 5,000 and 5,600 UPS contractors that are out there delivering packages. And there are 6.5 billion packages being delivered every year. So from a number standpoint, you have to look at it and be realistic. You can't expect to start a business for a couple $1,000s as an entrepreneur and have it just be gravy and have it be super easy, because it can't be. It's not that way. There's a low barrier to entry here and there's high potential reward, but because of that, everybody's trying to do it. Everybody's trying to get licensed, and they're all taking small pieces of the pie. So for you to be successful at this, you have to give it 110%. And if you're gonna do that, then I say 100% go for this. If you're not gonna do that, then I would say, look for something else, because this business can really, really run you into the ground if you don't approach it from the right angle. So if you're looking to get your license, definitely check out Real Estate Express. There's an affiliate link below. They have some really good prices on real estate classes, and they do a really good job because you can do it from the comfort of your own home online whenever you're ready to do it. So go check that out. And if you like this kind of content, we have content for real estate entrepreneurship. So if you're a real estate agent, real estate broker, loan officer, or even real estate investor, this brand is for you. So subscribe, like the video, and thanks so much for tuning in.